Okay, I wanted to show you my simple trading strategy using the weighted moving average 200 and the Heikin Ashi candles. That's it. That's all I use, usually on the 15-minute time frame. Sometimes if it's on a big trend, either an uptrend or a downtrend, I will use the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. So let's get into it. It's super simple, it's super easy, and I just wanted to show you it because this is how I make my money trading, and I wanted to show you guys. So if you fancy trying this out, always try it first on TradingView to see how you work with it, to see if you like it. But this is my chart, okay? I am with IC Markets. That is my broker, and I trade on the platform CTrader, which is up here. So it's really simple. I use the Heikin Ashi candles. So we click on here, Heikin Ashi, 15-minute time frame. And then I use the weighted moving average. Okay, so it is in, I've had it on that long, I don't actually know, or add indicator here. This is on the CTrader. On TradingView, it would be in indicators, and you just search WMA, which I can show you here, WMA, and then on here it's the periods. So I think on TradingView it brings it up as 9 and it's classed as the length. Change the length from 9 to 200 and then it will set it like this. So simple, so easy. Absolutely love trading this strategy. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see what it does. So this is the 200 weighted moving average, and as you can see it moves with the trend. It's pretty similar to a VWAP, if you've heard of that. I tried the VWAP but I didn't really like it because when the trend is changed, so say it's moving up, the VWAP will move up like this. But then as it change, if the markets change direction and it goes back through, the VWAP did a huge drop, which I didn't like. So say here, it would have gone through here, and then because it's gone so far up, the VWAP would just do this huge vertical line. So I didn't really like it. So I've tested loads of moving averages. It's taken me ages to do it, and this is the one that I find is closest to the VWAP, because I do like how the VWAP works, because the VWAP works as kind of a support. So when it's in an uptrend, it comes up and bounces back off it and then goes up, and this does exactly the same, but it's smoother. It's a lot smoother. So we have set our weighted moving average to 200. The length is 200. We are on the 15-minute time frame. And I just want you to have a look. I'm just going to scroll this way. Whoa! I don't know what that did then. And see if you can see how it moves. I do also set trend lines on the higher time frames. I want you to see that. So here, this just gives a good overall of how the market is moving. I start from the weekly. And there you can see. Oh gosh. This is really good. I actually wanted to show you on TradingView because it moves a bit clearer, but this CTrader chart is just a bit jumpy. So yeah, I always do my trend lines from the weekly and then move down to the daily and do the trend line there. It just helps you figure out which way the market is moving, what trend is it moving in. So that's the daily, that's the 4 hourly. But I like to trade every day. You don't have to trade every day. You can use this WMA on any time frame. So the daily, you can, as you can see from the daily, you could have got in here when it went above it and just held that trade. Imagine if you held all that trade. That would be amazing. Now the exciting thing is gold has just crossed the WMA on the daily, so I'm keeping an eye on that. But let me explain to you how I use it. I'll explain it on a smaller time frame. So basically, What I wait for is I see what the market is doing. So as you can see here, it was in a bit of a downtrend and then it started coming up. But I wait, my confirmation is when it crosses this WMA. So what I would do at the point of it crossing here, I would put a buy on there with a stop loss at the previous low. So let me show you buy, risk to reward buy. So I would put a buy here as it crosses over. My stop loss would go to this previous low, because if it's going to reverse, once it comes through here, if it's going to reverse and go back on this downtrend, it will have to come past here. If it doesn't come past here, it can go back through, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come past here. If it comes past here, then I'll get stopped out, which is fine, because that means it's going to continue on the downtrend. So you must always put a stop loss just to protect the money that you're trading with. So as it came through here, I would have put a buy on, put my stop loss down there, and let the trade play out. Now, sometimes if I'm not here to watch the trades, I will set a take profit. My take profit is usually the last high, which is above where it's broke through. So my take profit would be in line with this one here, which you can see it actually hit. If I'm watching the trades, I will generally just use what they call, so my stop loss is here at the minute, and then as it's getting in nice profit, I would move this stop loss up to take my profit and just follow it up. But if, say, I'm going out and I see that it's just crossed here, I will set my stop loss and I will look left to the previous high, which is there. And then I would set my take profit there. You can trade like that anyway. You can set a take profit to the last high above this. And just see how it plays out. So if we actually took that trade at, what would that be? 0.73 lots. We would have made £1,892 on that trade. It's so simple. I absolutely love it. Let me show you another example. So it went down here. So as soon as it crosses there, I would put a sell on. Let me show you here. I would put a sell there. My stop loss would be above this area here because it came down, it tried to retest. So my stop loss would be there. It went through. What it generally does is goes through and retest. So you can wait for the retest. You can think, right, it's gone through. I'm going to, let me move this out of the way. It's gone through. I'm going to wait for it to retest up. Then once it gets rejected, you can enter your sell there. You can even put your stop loss above where it was rejected. Your take profit, if we look left, the last lowest, which is lower than this, is there. So we can set our take profit in line with that. And as you can see, it came down and hit that. Okay. The lots there, it's done the lots a bit higher. So if you were trading with 1.84, which I don't advise you to trade with, that's like 10,000 and something pounds. But if you did, you would make £4,660. But if you are learning to trade, start on TradingView. If you want to try this strategy, start on TradingView and just practice. Let me show you another example. I will also show you how it bounces. So here it came up, right? So here it was doing a bit of consolidation. It came down, it crossed here because it couldn't get any further. Another thing to watch out for is, as you can see here, it was on a bit of a down. The lowest point it got to was here. Then it came back up. Then it retried this lowest point here. Can you see? Then it went back up. Its next lowest point was here. So it didn't get anywhere near this. So this to me is an indication that sellers aren't as strong because it's not pushing. For it to go back on a downtrend, this would have had to have either come to here or past it. But because it stopped there, that's an indication to me that actually the market's shifting and it's on its way up. Okay, so we've got a higher low here because this is higher than this. Okay, then it crossed our weighted moving average. So again, right, it's crossed it. You can wait for a retest, so you can think, right, it's crossed it. It's going up. I'm going to wait for it to come back down. It came back down and retested here. Then look at that. It went all the way up. So go on TradingView and have a trial with how you want to trade this strategy. So let me just show you here. It created this higher low here because it's higher than that. It broke out here, so we could enter here, put our stop loss below that one because it got pushed back up. And as you can see here, it went up. We look to the left. Where was the last high? It was this area here. So we could put a take profit around there. You could go to this high here, take profit around that high there, and it hit it. Can you see? Let me zoom in. This chart is a bit jumpy, but here. Now, if you'd waited, it went through here, it came back down here, and can you see how it's holding? It acts as a support, does this weighted moving average. It comes up, it retests, and then look at this. So if you entered on the retest, buy, right, I see it's broken through. I'm going to wait for it to retest. It retests, it can't push back through. So I am entering my buy here. My stop loss goes to the previous low around there. And like I said, if I was watching this trade, I wouldn't use a take profit. But if I wasn't watching the trade, my take profit would have been this previous high here. But if I was watching this trade, which I would have hoped I would be on this point, because look at that. It went through, it retested, it held, the WMA held it as support, and it has flown all the way up there. And as you can see, it's come up, it's come down, come up, come down, come up. Sorry, I've got my camera there so I can't really see. Come down. The WMA has still held it as support here. And then it's come back up. It's retested back towards the WMA. It couldn't go through. It's gone up, retested again. The WMA has again held it as support. Come back up, retested, it's gone through slightly. That will give me an indication that maybe it's going to change direction. Up there, it's gone through again, up there. Now, as it's coming through, that means that the buyers are losing steam. The sellers are managing to push it through this support that has been holding it. And as you can see, they actually managed here. So this would be a great opportunity for a sell. Again, let me show you, sell. It's gone through. You could enter here or you can wait for the retest. Here, wait for the retest. It got rejected. Add your sell there. Sorry, I've got my camera there so I can't see. Stop loss there above this little area and follow it down, okay? As you can see here, like we said, look to the left where the previous low was. That could be your take profit area. Can you see there? Let's bring it a bit further down to this line here. And you've made beautiful profit. Or you can follow it down. Wait for it to retest again and just keep following it. It is honestly the most beautifully smooth, and it works better with that. You can use the normal candles, let me show you. But the normal candles, look how choppy it is. I don't like using the normal candles. I much prefer the Heikin Ashi. And this trading strategy with the, look at this. This is what it did yesterday, and honest to God, I missed it because my sister had come to see me. So it went through here, it retested, it did a bit of a down, and then, like I was saying before, when it creates a higher low, look out for that as well. So it came down here, it sold, it created this low, it went back up. That is what we call a lower high because it's lower than the previous high. It created another lower low. Then as it pushed back up, it created this where it couldn't really get much lower. It went back up, and then that was the lowest point. And as you can see here, this is a low, but it's higher than this one. This is an indication that the market is going to change, okay? Because this low is higher than this one. It's the sellers haven't managed to push it down here. So that to me is an indication that the market is going to change. It did this high, keep an eye on it, boom, it smashed through the WMA. So again, if I was watching this yesterday, which I wasn't because my sister had come to see me, enter here as it goes over, stop loss here before at the previous low, and then, oh my goodness, if I wasn't watching it, like I said, I would target this area, which is the previous high, and it would have easily smashed it because it absolutely flew yesterday. But I missed it because my sister was here. But that's fine, because this is the thing you need to realise when you're learning to trade. You don't have to get every trade. It doesn't matter. There's that many opportunities throughout the day if you are trading like the 50-minute time frame, the 30-minute time frame, the 45-minute time frame. I wouldn't go any lower than the 15-minute for this strategy. You can do, but I wouldn't. The 15-minute, the 30 is really smooth as well. Look, you can see here it came down, it retested, and then it came back down. It went up, it retested, it went back up. It came down here. I didn't really retest on that one. And that's one thing I want you to try out on TradingView. See if it works for you. Enter in as soon as it crosses. Just make sure you give yourself enough room in your stop loss so you don't get stopped out. Like, don't put your stop loss directly here as it passes, because sometimes it retests and actually goes through on its retest. So always target your stop loss at the previous low. So your stop loss would be here. It pushes up. It can't get past this previous low, so then it pushes back down. It pushes above, retests, and then goes back up. So that's the 30-minute time frame. The 45-minute time frame, let me show you that one. It's nice and smooth on this one as well. Look how it goes through, retests, and carries on. Okay, it goes up, retests, and carries on. It goes down, did a little retest, and went down a bit. This is an area of consolidation where it's moving sideways. So always check if it's in a trend or if it's in consolidation, because consolidation is always choppier. As you can see here, it went up, then it came back down. It went above, came back down. So make sure you zoom out whatever time frame you're on and see if it's in consolidation. Let me show you it on the hourly. It just works on every time frame. Went through there, retested, came down, went above, that's consolidation area. So just be careful on that one, because it actually went above. That would be retest. It did go back above, but it also pushed back down. Here, went above, retested, carried on. That is the hourly. It depends how you want to trade. If you want a slow, chilled vibe of trading, I'm in the mindset that I work every day and I like to get up on the morning and have a job to do. So my job on a morning is to come on the trades and look to see where we are within the WMA, the weighted moving average, and see if I can take a trade. And that just works for me. I sometimes trade the 4 hourly and the hourly. when it's crossed a trend line. You see these trend lines that I've done. I did also have one down here, but I've removed that at the minute because it actually went through it. So I do draw trend lines as well, and I will check them out on the higher time frames, like this 4-hour time frame. And if I see it's crossed a trend line, I will enter a trade then. Have a play about on TradingView. This is a really, really simple strategy, like you can see here on the 4-hour. It went through, it retested, and then it did this beautiful big drop, okay? Weighted moving average, set the length to 200. When it goes through, that's an indication it's on an uptrend. You can enter as soon as it goes through, or you can wait for it to retest back down. Figure out what time frame works for you. What do you like trading? Like I said, I've always got up and gone to a job. So that's how I like to do my trading. I get up, I come to my job, which is trading. I check the charts, I do my trades on a morning. Sometimes I'll go on a afternoon about 1:30, 2 o'clock, because that's when America opens and the markets. This was all yesterday in America. They absolutely shot it up. It does move a lot better in American times. I'm in the UK, so the morning for me is the London session. Asia session seems to move really, really good at the minute, but I'm generally asleep at that time. So yeah, figure out what time frame works for you. Figure out what strategy you like. You try this strategy. Weighted moving average, the length of 200. Try it on TradingView. It's free. Go on to TradingView. Log in with your email address. It's all free. You've got a free paper trading account of £100,000. Have a mess about. See if you like entering on as soon as it goes through, or you'd feel more confident waiting for a retest and then enter. See, just see what feels good for you. And if you like this trading strategy and you're making some money from it, even on paper trading, come back and let me know, because I would love to hear. Okay, I hope that helped. Any questions, please ask below. Thanks, bye.